What for? Harvest is a long way off yet.
Yes?
Okay.
What is it, Wolf?
Realize it's been half a year since we hunted down that fiend in Varun.
Yes. Well, that was more than a fiend. What was that bastard's name? Drugan? May the soil lie light upon him. Things used to be simpler. Monsters were bad, humans good. Now, everything's all confused.
Used to be exactly the same. You've just forgotten.
Do well not to point up my age. You're near a century old yourself.
Bien conservados, ¿no?
Got good news and bad news. Good news first. Captain of the Nilfgaardian garrison knows where Yennefer went.
And the bad's that we have to kill the Griffin for him. What else could he want from two witchers? Go on. Tell me what you know.
Griffin's abandoned its lair. Gotta make a lure, set a trap.
And how's that going?
Learned some things. It's a male, had its nest in the Vulpine Woods. The Nilfgaardians burned the woods down, killed its mate, smashed their eggs. Thought they'd fixed things.
It's always the same. Instead of sending for a professional, they try to do it themselves, only end up making matters worse.
Pues sí.
Got the buckthorn.
Ought to work like a charm. Powerful scent.
More like stench.
City boy. Rotting meat, manure, piss, standard smells of the countryside. Remember Tredegor? Hunting that Zoogle in the trash heap? You spent half the next day bathing, scrubbing yourself.
How can I forget? You ever gonna stop bringing that up?
Fine. If everything's ready, say the word and we'll get to work.
Pues de una vez.
I'm ready. No point in waiting. Let's find a good spot to ambush it.
Picked one out already, other side of the stream. There's fields and a grove. Plenty of room and far enough so no one will get in our way.
Good. Meet you there.
Ah, sí, cierto. ¿Algo listo? Fusiones. Rayo. ¿Y ahora? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Está matando al gato o qué? Usaré una y una para abrir el panel de alimentario. ¿Esto para qué es? Ok. Enseñas de la peste, el hielo del pozo, colmena, aceite para híbridos y arce. Necesito esto. Mejor voy a tratar de conseguirlo por cualquier cosa. Chinga. ¿El arborista qué pedo? Aquí está. O sea, me estoy perdiendo, pero qué pedo. ¿Está ahí, no está? ¿Sí? Está ahí, no está. Qué pendejada.
Yes?
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarreled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed. But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord
Ya me
furious.
imagino que le dijo.
But who knows the truth?
Imbécil.
Lots of misfortune for such a small village.
'Tis so in every village. Even the smallest. You need only ask. But let's not end on a teary note. Here, a bit of solace. Yes?
Got any herbs you're willing to sell?
I'm sure I can find something.
Espera, ya tengo. Me falta calcequina.
Farewell.
Pétalos de eléboro. Elevo. Cortinarios. A ver, entonces. La bomba. Vamos a ponerla ahí. Ahí. Justo ahí. Malditos necrófagos espectros. El otro no tengo forma de crearlo ahorita. Aceite para híbridos. Debe estar aquí. Bueno. Entonces será con arte y la bomba. ¿Qué?
A storm, damn it.
Ay, bueno. Tomé el camino largo. Le digo que para ganarlo.
Ese grainanche.
Pinche chubasco que se va a aventar esta madre. Ay. ¿Qué onda?
A stream, amber waves of grain. Charming place. Perfect for an ambush.
I know how to choose them. So, ready?
I need a minute.
Drag a man out of the tavern and then... Fine, but hurry.
Sí, un minuto para guardar.
Well, Slowpoke.
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
Now all we have to do is wait. Come on. We can cower in the shade of those birches.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of
¿Qué interés podría en el
wintering,
castillo como tal?
think you'll come this year?
Maybe.
Hablando de pasar las fiestas en
Might bring a
familia.
guest.
Hear that? It's close.
Let's go give it a warm welcome.
Mhm.
Take this.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around. Might come in handy.
How about that? Always lectured us on the evils, but you're a gambler yourself.
Stop talking. Got a griffin to kill.
El hocico, dice vecino.
Watch out!
Damn, you're ugly.
Cabrón.
It's about to die! Damn! It's fast!
Cabrón.
Who's next? Don't let it get away!
Muévete, Sadmilla.
Faster.
Ah, cabrón, ¿por qué no es capaz de saltar el pinche caballo una cerquita pendeja? Ay, cabrón. Hijo de perra. Tarda un chingo en cargar esa madre para lo que me dura. Gracias, vecinos.
Not bad. Not
Al menos
bad.
aquí sí sirve para el compañero.
You could
No como en
stand
otros
to
juegos.
improve some things.
Simón, como la estamina.
For example,
Upward vertical strike. It's too obvious. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
Un pequeño corte por aquí. Y por allá. Listo.
giddy up.
Bueno, sí es cierto. Puedo aprovechar el viaje rápido.
Is yonder ain't it, McCare?
Oh! What the hell is this?
Rye.
You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective goods, 15 lashes with a knout. Make it so.
No, no, no! By the gods, no!
What?
Pues si no sabía, qué mal. Si sabía, pues te lo buscaste, carnal.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time? Under my nose? Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the griffin. Tit for tat.
Pues sí, el pueblo lo necesitaba.
Halt!
Está bien.
We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
Pues sí, ¿por qué no tomarlo? Digo, hizo el trabajo. Nada que ver una cosa con la otra.
Mercy! Please!
Carnal, ¿cómo te lo pongo? Ya mejor aguántate. Saquear. No, no quiero saquear.
Password.
Don't know any.
So,
Tampoco.
out for a little walkie, eh? Counting the Emperor's swords to lull you to sleep? Well, in the army, we've a place for nosy ramblers. The scaffold.
Para los pendejos uno también.
Skulled quartermasters. They got a place.
You're clearly skilled at banter. And haggling? You got a knack for that as well?
Show me what you're peddling.
Reparar objetos equipados. 29.
Morale holding up around here? You boys think you can win this thing?
Ah, a a spy after all, or one to stir trouble?
Neither. Just curious.
Right. Well, tell anyone who cares we will win this war, because Radovid is mad, as everyone knows, and we've an extraordinarily well-drilled and well-supplied army. Incidentally, did you wish to buy something?
Yo te compré algo, reparaciones.
So long.
Barbarians.
Se tardaron para 15, ¿no? Digo.
Favor.
Damn deer, stick the bark off the trees again.
Prepárate a salir de Huerto Blanco con Vesemir.
Yennefer's in Vizera. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
Mm.
Time we were on our way.
Mm-hmm. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go.
No, era así las provisiones, era
We
ya
should stay out of it
lárguense.
just this once.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Maybe it's true what they say. You fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog, said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my sister attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Qué amable señorita. Qué razonable. Vesemir, creo que ibas a mantener al margen. Y ahí hubiera terminado.
You know what it means. Back off.
Pero no.
They say witches steal young'uns. That true?
No creo.
Freaks? Your own land, like he did the elves once.
Get out, all of you.
Ay, Vesemir. Lo primero que dices es lo primero que haces.
Neither are you.
They won't back down now.
No me digas.
See that?
Esta señora ha regresado a la paz a la taberna. De nada.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be! Get away!
Ahora sí ya está sobria, ¿no?
See his face! God save us!
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
De nada, señora.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
Para ser tan viejo, tienes que ser tan blando, Vesemir. Sabías que esto iba a pasar y aún así te metes. Buenas.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
Ya lo encontramos. Ahí está.
Excuses, excuses. You've not changed a bit.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
Con sangre en una taberna.
How
Sí,
did you
poco
imagine
romántico.
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
We can talk here. Some charming orchards nearby. In bloom even, so you almost can't smell the corpses.
No mames.
Tempting proposition. Sadly, I must say no. You see, someone awaits you in Vizima. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Sugiere un nombre un poco más corto para los
Don't
amigos.
number among that group. Far as I remember, last time we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't
¿Qué cosas, no?
refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing, and Gamera, Sovereign
Sí,
of
sí, sí,
Nazaire
sí.
and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
Bueno, verte, anciano.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Lily Grosella se encuentra Jennifer de Bengenberg. Adiós, Vesemir.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you, it was probably filthy.
Ojalá, pero
Just the
no.
beginning. But then,
But then...
Esto. Y creo que no es sueño. Ouch. Y chingó a su madre. ¿Qué pedo con sus caballos? ¿Qué les dan de comer que van más rápido? Bajan.
Yennefer, how'd
We
they...
shall talk of this tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
Sí, claro, puedes esperar mañana.
It must suffice.
Que de excelencia es que tenga la piel en rojo vivo. Tanto pinche rascarse.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
¿en lo qué?
In that chair.
¿Y no puedes decir de silla, mamá?
Catwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
No se puede de 2.5.
Fine. Then what? Gonna do my nails too?
If time permits. Sadly, the day is short. While the list of hygienic and cosmetic treatments that the gentleman should undergo is really rather long.
Creo que no es para mí.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
No se puede esperar,
I
chinga.
am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat.
Ajá.
Morvran Voris, commander of the Alba division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a
Siempre tu formalidad por
it's
el...
one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
So, Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown. Age
Deberían
unknown.
saberlo, ¿no?
All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and...
A murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
We shall shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Loch Muin. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her, and I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ese no le pedí su teléfono.
Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here
No,
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the General to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the General's assistance.
Shame. I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
Gracias, Camille.
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
Todos se ven bien culé.
Black, black, or black.
We do not like garish colors in Nilfgaard. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
El primero y el tercero son iguales, ¿no? Yo los veo iguales. Es que necesitaba comer. Está
And they
disculpa.
say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
¿Satisfecho? ¿Satisfecho? No creo.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back, that's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need.
Este se lo tomó todo
The
literal.
gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
Confirm away.
Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse. Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings.
Estúpidos sureños.
Come with me. The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Buenas.
Imgrimi eb art ketzer. Dijfen aden in karn eb marvoet. Emir var emreis.
Bow.
Toma tu pinche reverencia.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep the orde.
Weljen namen, wat kan favort?
Incómodo.
I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I'd drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be.
Todo imbécil.
I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
¿Y crees que te va a decir que
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. More than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have razed. I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Your motives do not interest me. Only results. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
El Tywin Lannister de The Witcher.
Please keep close. There are many honorable guests in the palace, whom the gentleman
disgusts.
Need not bother.
Mean to
It's
me,
past noon.
Calm yourself.
What? Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard II, Prince of
Vecinus var
Elanda.
Novigrad.
Not only am I made to wait here like
Amen.
a supplicant,
Raadsleden
Schädigen
es tun es sauer
Des
an den
Es sieht finsterne den Kofurter
Yes, pen es gwyn.
Ya llegamos. Creo que no.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Bueno.
Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. I need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
Vedimi, directly out of northern
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Understand why I'm at Emir's court?
No chance he's mistaken.
Look. That's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
about that? She's grown up.
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't. Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri, all right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
Un poquito.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt. Before the Wild Hunt does.
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address.
Pues búscala.
I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I prefer not to think about it, really.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords, secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Es que sí la perdió, pero bueno.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Sería más fácil un portal, pero bueno. Y el Gerardo no le gusta que lo teletransporten. Ujú. Ya que sabe. Ya que. Bueno, mejor no.
Dame, I have no time.
Ambassador Varatra? Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
¿Cómo va el marcador, papi?
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
¿Y quién la cagó entonces? ¿Quién dijo espérense, chance y se rinde?
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Supongo.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse.
Check.
This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
Mm-hmm. So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
De maravilla.
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Pues voy para allá. Hablar con él.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty.
La Santa Inquisición, pero en pequeño.
Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants.
Una
I've been
maldita
stationed
cacería
in
de
Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
A todos, mi amigo.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Las tortillas, pero el de Witcher.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Pero ¿y si lo hiciera? Ya, mamá.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Ay, perdón. Te disculpe.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Qué amable.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Nivel necesario 11. Espada de plata de brujo.
Barbarians.
Usted juega, disculpe.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Vas. Esa estúpida carta, como me gasta. Ahí tiene 22 y yo 16. Creo que así te chingo. No mames. No. Chingo su madre. Necesito ganar este.
Wouldn't mind if you...
Fascinación por esa carta. ¿Y eso como para qué? No mames. Y te gané por una.
A deserter from the
Ahí
square.
está. Ok. Ya tengo esa carta. ¿Cuál es la que sigue? Ya he buscado ese video. A ver. El tabernero en la posada de la encrucijada. Ok. Para volver al mapa de la región en la que te encuentras, actualmente pulsa triángulo. Para abrir el mapa de una región terminada, cita el cursor sobre dicha región y pulsa X. Creo que es aquí.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Ah, ven. Ravens, cuervos. Bonita decoración. Gracias por adquirir la expansión Heart of Stone. Se ha cambiado la misión en seguimiento actual por la primera misión de Heart of Stone, aunque te recomendamos que solo la empieces si tu nivel de personaje es 30 como mínimo. Diviértete y buena suerte en tu senda. Encantador. Cuando juegues a la expansión podrás toparte con un encantador que se identifique en el mapa con el icono. Es un nuevo artesano único en su especialidad por ser de tierras lejanas y puede usar sus conocimientos esotéricos para mejorar considerablemente a tu equipo. Blood and Wine. En este modo todas las misiones de la trama principal siguen estando disponibles. Para comenzar con las misiones de Blood and Wine, primero debes completar la misión Poeta bajo presión.
Come on, Roach.
No sé por qué a los que crearon este juego les costó tanto configurar al pinche caballo para que no se atore cada 2 segundos haciendo que salte las cercas. Red Dead Redemption entendió eso. Güey, me va a estar topando con cada cerca y me va a estar parando, en serio. Mira qué.
All may draw from the well.
What do you want?
Rejoice, for even a creature as depraved and base in nature as you can serve.
Y si me regocijo metiendo chingadas entre ceja y ceja.
Someone must see to the corpses on the battlefield. Necrophages defile those not already rotting in mass graves. This is not right.
That's to be my good deed for the day?
A handsomely profitable one, I might add. I know your kind don't work for free.
All right, I'll take care of it.
This will count amongst your merits. The more good one works in life, the more hallowed things are. Yes, splendid. Here are the holy oils. Dash generously and set alight, understood? I wish it to flare up to the sky, for the glory of the eternal fire and all that.
Once I've incinerated the bodies, where'll I find you?
I shall be near the bridge to Novigrad.
Piras fúnebres. Qué bonito juego.
Unbind me before the next ones come.
When they come, I'll tend to them. Meanwhile, let's you and me chat. Like to know who I'm untying.
John Verdon. Served in the 10th Maribor Division.
Long way from your army.
The army don't exist no more. Black Ones smashed it to bits. I scarpered off into the woods just before that happened. Joined a group of refugees. Fucking bursting with patriotism they were. Soon as they learned I'd abandoned Temeria in her hour of need, they beat me down. Tied me up like a turkey, left me to the drowners.
Fine, I'll help.
Oh, thanks. For a minute there, I was almost sure you'd leave me to die.
Puedo cambiar de opinión aún así.
I'd like to thank you somehow, but I've not a chip crown to my name.
Tough. I'll take the loss.
Thanks, Witcher. May you prosper on the path.
Dame tus botas, perro.
Move it. Let's go.
A stranger! Saw him over there!
No, en serio.
Strangers coming! Run for your lives!
Un extraño, no un ejército, cálmense.
So I'll slaughter her myself. Hide her corpse neath the floorboards. Bastards won't happen!
Looking for a man. Goes by Hendrik.
What do you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
Give me a bottle of something strong.
You are?
You gotta go. I'll open the back way for you.
Got company. Who is it?
Innkeep, vodka. Who's this?
Brave warrior, looks like. Got 2 swords, see?
Oi, great boy. What's the point of having 2 swords?
Wonder if he keeps an extra prick in his trousers too.
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
No te lo recomiendo, idiota.
I'm a witcher. Heard you wondering about my swords. Well, one's for monsters, the other for humans. Only got 1 prick, though, in case you're wondering about that, too.
Don't touch him. Don't even look at him. Worse than lepers, that lot.
Saw one in action once. Killed a half-dozen. Blood everywhere. Freak didn't even show a drop in sweat.
Got the stench of corpses on him.
If you want a rest, come with me. On the bench you can use.
I step the note. And there's...
Me da tantito refresco.
What looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think, of himself.
I see probably disguised his daughter. Managed to hide their lap.
Thanks for not starting a row with those swine.
I don't generally poke my nose in other people's business.
Looking to stay the night?
No. I'm looking for Hendrik.
Man lives in Heatherton.
Don't know where that is.
Other side of the hill. Looked that away this morning, saw a strange glow. Imperials on the raid, perhaps. But who knows?
Anything else you can tell me about Hendrik?
Odd fellow. Arrived from who knows where and for no apparent reason. Shacked up with a widow whose husband was stabbed for a scrap of bread.
Baron's men don't like strangers.
Aye, he stays out of their way. Always seems to know when they're coming. Always manages to disappear.
Thanks, Inkeep.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a drink.
Necesito
Show me
carne.
what you got. Bloody Baron. How'd he get that moniker? There a story to it?
A time ago, when he was still in the army, some Blackens had holed up in a dye works. Baron and his men were ordered to take it. Others might have bided their time, starved him out. But the Baron's an hasty one. Attacked straight away. The Blackens surrendered. Baron and his men took most of them alive. But one of his blokes knocked over a vat of red dye and ran into the river. Folk took to saying that the river flowed red with blood. That the Baron had slaughtered his prisoners to a man. Been known as the Bloody Baron ever since.
Kind of ironic.
Well, a week before, he'd massacred a whole squadron in Ingholm. But far fewer heard that story.
Baron's not from around here, right?
He's Temerian, but from other parts. Folk say he deserted along with his company. Showed up here one day with his stragglers. They'd all had enough of the wandering. So they took the old lord's castle, and the Baron became master of Crow's Perch. Reckon once the Blackens feel sure they hold the land, they'll let him keep Crow's Perch. Give him a true title.
Supongo que está chido.
Thanks. Farewell.
Ok, sigue Parche del Cuervo, pero eso ahorita lo hago. Voy a parar el stream ya. Sería buen momento. Ok.